Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. California Governor Gavin Newsom declares state of emergency in Mono County following the Pack fire. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. Once again, this is a big breaking news coming out. And it says here, as incoming rain and snowfall threatens to increase the risk of debris flow from the Pack fire, I urge those who reside in Mono County to listen to emergency officials and keep safe. And remember, price gouging during a state of emergency is illegal. If you see price gouging on housing, gas, food, or other essential supplies, report it to my office and or contact your local police department or sheriff office. So there are some stuff going down right now, guys, and it seems like gouging is going on out there too. So a gallon of milk can end up from $4 be $10. They take those advantage, the opportunity, and especially those scammers out there. So we're going to see what's going on here. Once again, Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. So Gavin Newsom proclaimed state of emergency in Mono County for Pack fire. Now, Gavin Newsom proclaimed a state of emergency in Mono County to support ongoing recovery efforts for communities impacted by the Pack fire. The fire ignited on November 13 near Lake Crowley in the eastern Sierra Nevada. It was fully contained on December 3rd, destroying 30 residential commercial structures and damaging 6 others. Why is he declaring state of emergency at the very last minute, though? I've seen videos, a lot of people, it's like Gavin still haven't declared state of emergency. And it's been going on, well, it started back in November 13, that was like a month ago. So the state of emergency was just activated. So it says here, as the fire spread, officials quickly issued mandatory evacuation orders for the Long Valley and McGee Creek communities, with approximately 1,800 residents placed under evacuation orders or warnings at the fire's peak. All evacuation orders and warnings have since been lifted. All right, so that's a good thing. The emergency proclamation includes provisions for expediting household, hazardous waste, and debris removal for affected homes and businesses. The full text of today's emergency proclamation can be found here. I'm going to skip that part. The U.S. Small Business Administration has also approved California's request for financial assistance to impacted community members, making low-interest disaster loans available to homeowners, renters, and businesses affected by the Pack fire. All right, so I'm gonna leave this link in the comments, in the description box if you guys want to check it out. All right, so once again, this is a very important news here. Give me 1 second. All right, so once again, a wildfire last month destroyed at least 30 homes in Mono County. That's the latest number, 30 homes literally destroyed, and along the eastern Sierra Nevada. Now, once again, Governor Gavin Newsom on Tuesday proclaimed a state of emergency to help with the cleanup efforts. All right. So the state of emergency was basically, again, to release funds and help and assistance when it comes to cleaning up the mess. Usually when stuff like this happen, I don't know how California do stuff, but again, state of emergency is declared before an event. This one here is after the events they declare state of emergency. If they would have declared state of emergency before, they would have gotten more help, more funds, and some of those houses, and 30 houses, maybe 15 would have been burned instead of 30. All right, so it says here, the pack fire was discovered on November 13 and burned 1,974 acres. The cause still under investigation. It was south of Highway 395 in the area of the Inyo National Forest. It was fully contained on December 3rd. At its peak, 1,800 residents were under evacuation orders warning. Now, it says here the US Small Business Administration has also approved California request for financial assistance to impact the communities and members making low-interest disaster loans available to homeowners, renters, and businesses affected by the pack fire. It's really sad because California, I mean, it's just everything is just being wiped out. I mean, you had the fire that happened early this year, and then last year and the year before. Everything just being completely just wiped out. And it's crazy because people just love living out there in the West Coast. I mean, again, Americans want to live, in, any part of the U.S. But one thing I tell you, I would never live out there in the West Coast. It's just way too expensive, and it's just the policy out there. Just, yeah, it's not for me. All right, give me a second here, guys. And it seems like this is all the information for this story. It wasn't like really bad wildfire compared to the others. So once again, state of emergency was proclaimed on December 9, aiming to expedite the cleanup. According to Governor Gavin Newsom's office, the U.S. Small Businesses Administration has also approved California requests for financial assistance to impact the community's members. After the pack fire was fully contained on December 3rd, the blaze destroyed 30 residential and commercial structures as well as 6 other buildings. All right, so it seems like this is all the information here, guys. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. As of 4 p.m. on Tuesday, the pack fire in Mono County sits at 96% containment and 1,976 acres burned. The fire destroyed 30 structures. The reason why it ended because it seems like the snow just came completely just turn off the fire. I mean, it looks like the snow just came. I mean, that's snow, right? And it seems like snow just came completely just turned off everything. You see that car right there? Give me a second. Let me see if I can zoom it in. That car was completely burnt, and now it's ice. Man. So, again, the snow came and kind of helped out. Literally, I mean, kind of helped out. After visiting McGee Creek on Tuesday, where most of the lost structures are, McGee Creek is a small community along US 395 south of Crowley Lake and east of Mammoth Lakes. One neighbor lost his home along Gregory Lane. All that's left is some twisted metal and charred trees. Man, that's sad. About half dozen homes in the local mobile home park are reduced to their foundation. You can make out some remains like a washer and dryer and a bed frame, but most of it's unrecognizable, man. Many neighbors had to leave their cars behind. Some of them were partly burnt, while others were completely destroyed. Mono County will set up a local assistance center in a nearby community to help folks affected by the fire. The center will be open at the Crowley Lake Community Center at 58 Pearson Road in Crowley Lake on Friday, November 21st from 9 a.m. through 7 p.m. Many state and county agencies will be on site to provide free disaster recovery resources. The county clerk recorder will replace vital records like the birth certificates at no cost, and the California Department Motor Vehicle will assist with new driver license and ID cards, and they have to. That'd be pretty messed up if California still charge people, even though all this stuff were burned. Neighbors have set up GoFundMe to cover costs for themselves or their close friends as they get back on their feet after the pack fire. I'm gonna leave this link in the description box, guys. Very sad. It is a very sad story. A lot of people lost their stuff. Again, I own a home, and it will break my heart too, coming back and just seeing nothing but a shell or just completely gone. And I know it's all materialistic stuff, but many of us work hard for these things, and you just have to start all over again, and it's not easy. And but again, we are sending prayers to a lot of people. We're definitely sending prayers. Also, guys, they're putting out all these warnings about people doing price gouging. All right, so give me a second here. So it seems like some people were caught trying to take the opportunity to kind of rip people off. And we've seen this back in 2020. We've seen stuff like this. And I remember, 2020, you guys know all that shortages with the toilet paper and stuff like that. Everything. I mean, you had people on eBay, a roll of toilet paper for like $10. I mean, I truly despise people that do that type of stuff. I truly despise people that do that type of stuff. I mean, people like that, they have no heart. It seems like they're not even human to be doing stuff like that. I mean, who does that? Who does that? Again, knowing that people struggling, are you going to take advantage of it? Scammer does those type of stuff. And they scum for doing it. And I leave that in God's hand. They're going to have to answer to God. But again, you don't do that. You don't do that. People going through struggle, you should not be, hey, I got 4 gallons of milk. Let me sell one for like 15 bucks. Don't do that. God is seeing that. God is seeing that. The Bible says we should help our neighbors, not rip them off. But again, this is where we are right now, guys. These are very, very tough times. People going through struggle, and then you got people out there trying to make a profit out of it. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I remember the PlayStation 5 came out in 2020, and it was brand new release. And they were going for $500, but due to 2020, there was a shortage, right? And so PS5 became like gold. All these scammers started getting them online, and they had like these bot stuff that purchased them online first come, first served. And these scammers had bots just taking all the PS5, putting them in a shopping cart online, and then purchasing with their credit card, and then they sell it to people for like $5,000. That was absolutely crazy. 2020 was a really bad year for everyone. Anyway, guys, this is all the information. I will keep it updated when it comes to the California state of emergency. Once again, Gavin Newsom has declared it December 9th. And right now, it seems like everything's okay. There's no fire going on, and but people lost their homes. We're sending prayers to the people out there that lost their homes, and again, we pray that peace comes to you and the Lord bless you with a new home. Thank you so much for watching, guys. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream. We go live once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.